Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This will be part 3 of the Mad Mustang. So as you know, the cylinders were cylinder number 8 was filled with water, cylinder number 2 was filled with water, and cylinder number 3 had water in it. So we used our hone, which I put the hone away already. We got them honed out really good. That cylinder now looks pretty good. There's not a lot of cross hatching, but they're clean. I didn't bring any type of measurement tool home to measure it to see how far, because these are supposed to be 40 thousandths over, so I would like to measure the bores to see how much actually I took off, but I don't think I took that much off. So now the next problem is, there's G Jr. in his Dr. Pepper shirt. Dr. Pepper. All right, walk that way. So the cylinder heads, we did not know what type of cylinder heads they are, but I was able to get a number off here. These are Pro Comp cylinder heads. I cannot find Pro Comp heads anywhere on Summit or Jegs because we need to take the valves out. At least that's some of the cylinders. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So here's number 8 cylinder. You can see how much rust is in that cylinder where water sat in there, and there is a bunch of crusties. Can you see them right there at the bottom of the valve of the stem? There you go. See the crust? There's a bunch of crust in this cylinder. And there's a little bit of crust on that valve, not the cylinder, in the head. And there's a little bit of crust on the back of that valve. This valve looks okay. That valve's got a little bit of rust. So me and G Jr. are debating whether we should just pop the valve out and clean it out, or what should we do, blah, blah, blah. I do have my hammer tool to take the valve out. But you know what I think we're going to do? I think we are going to take and we are going to put some evapor rust in all of these cylinder ports on the intake side of the head, and we're going to let it sit here for 24 hours, 48 hours, I don't know, 4 days, 5 days, whenever we come back out here. So we're going to set this head up to lay it so it sits straight up and down, and we will fill all these ports up with evapor rust. This stuff really does work. And then we have the other cylinder head here. Here, G Jr., hold that for a second. It's in the wrong position. Let me see if I can get in here and take a look at this one. And this one here, cylinder, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Cylinder number 3 is quite crusty. See that rust that ran out of it when it was sitting on the ground? Here. See all the stuff in there, all the rust. This one doesn't look too bad, I don't think. So maybe I'll dig this cylinder head out too, and we'll put evapor rust in all of those and see if we can get these valves all cleaned up. So we'll see you in a few days after the evapor rust has a chance to work. All right, well, it hasn't been the 2 or 3 days or whatever, but what we figured out, we have bricks, and that is holding these pretty level. Go ahead and we are going to start filling these up with evapor rust. I don't know if this is the used stuff or the new.
No, no, I think this is...
Is that the new?
I think that's the new.
Yeah, it looks like the new. Yep, we're just going to start filling up the ports. Fill this one up all the way. I want to get all that rust out of there. That should be good. That one just put enough in there. That should be good. Yep. Yep. That's good. Did you spill, or is it leaking out?
I think it's leaking out.
Okay, so it's leaking out of this cylinder, so this valve is not sealing. So that's okay. Now we know we need to take the heads apart, because that is
not good.
Not good. That means that valve is not sealing. So we're probably going to have to lap that valve in. But all these are. So I was thinking maybe I should tap it with a hammer, but
yeah, you might end up chipping it.
All right. Well, here, let's go ahead and let me see which cylinder's the worst here. Is it this one? It's this one. Go ahead and pour some in there. Just pour. I'll tell you when to stop. All right, stop. Okay, go ahead and put some in here. All right, that's good. Yeah, about that much. Yep. All right. That should be good. Okay, so obviously we have one valve here that is not sealing right, and we made a mess. Hopefully this stuff is non-toxic. I hope it doesn't take the paint off my my toolbox.
Safe on skin and eyes, so that's good.
Safe on skin and eyes.
Environmentally friendly. Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fine. Yeah. So we're going to wash my toolbox off. So now we know that we're going to have to take this cylinder apart. This is cylinder number 5. We're going to have to take this one apart and check the valve on that one. Definitely. We're probably going to have to pull the valves out. We've got a Speedmaster. You know, we've got these heads, so why go Speedmaster and spend any more money? These heads do not have that many miles on it. I think these should be able to be rebuilt without any problem. So now we're going to come back in 48 hours, 72 hours, next week sometime, and we'll see how this stuff did cleaning up the valves and everything. And we're probably going to have to disassemble these, and then I'm going to have to find new valve guide seals for it. That's the problem I was having. I was trying to figure out what type of valve guide seals this has. I know it's some type of you know, little hat umbrella type, but I don't know what they are, but I'm probably going to destroy them taking the valves out. All right, we'll catch you all in a few days. All righty, we're back doing the cylinder heads. I don't know what part this is, but it's been like 7 days since we filled these up. And what we found out is this one leaked out, this one didn't, this one didn't, this one didn't. And this one leaked out. I put a big L for loser. That one leaked out. So we're gonna have to pull the valves out and take a look and see. So I have my homemade vacuum sucker, and we'll get G Junior here. Go ahead and plug that into the compressor. All right, and we'll suck all this stuff out. The best we can. Let's do this one next. Okay, that's good. Hold on. Go back over here. All right, go ahead and unplug it. All right, you got it. All right, now this stuff is supposedly non-toxic, and you could pour it down the drain. But what we're going to do is we have a used motor oil container right here that we put all the used motor oil in, and then we take it up to work and get rid of it. So we're just going to go ahead and go ahead and unscrew the lid. Junior. All right, now go ahead and dump that into the used oil drain. Try not to make a mess. All right, now screw that back on there. It's kind of hard to get started. You have to start it perfectly. Okay, get it. That's good. That's good. All right, grab the air hose. Let's go ahead and finish. All right, you ready? And this way. And you can see how clean it is on this one. So this valve must have been closed. Walk over here. This one all leaked out. We already did that one. We already did that one. All right, let's walk over to this one. And so it's still coming out pretty clean on this head. This one leaked out, right? Pretty much. We got this one. Okay, now that one's a little dirty. And I'll go real slow. All right, we got all those sucked out. All right, good, disconnect it. All right. Ooh, nasty. All right, here, go on. Excellent. All right, now put that back together. All right. Put the lid back on that, please, so we, yeah, I can lay there. Yeah, don't over tighten it because, like I said, it's already got some cracks in it. And then you just put it back underneath the table there. All right, so let's see how it did. Actually, wow. If you can see in there, deep in there, it really cleaned up the back of that valve and the stem. That one, it really didn't do very much. She was like, you bet you had a bunch of carbon. This one doesn't look like it cleaned. That one we know it didn't clean. Let's come over here. Which one was it that was bad? This one? Okay, this one here still has some chunks in it. So, all right, I guess what we're gonna do next is we're gonna have to get the rocker arms off of the cylinder head because we didn't remove the rocker arms. So we're gonna have to have an Allen wrench to loosen up the stop and then pull off each one of these. We're gonna need bags. And should we keep the rocker arms in order, or do you think it matters? I don't think it really matters, but we're gonna check all the rocker arms to make sure all the rolly wheels are in good shape, which I think they are. So we're gonna take this cylinder head apart first because this is the worst one. Let me get all the rocker arms off, and then I'll show you my valve removing tool that you use a hammer. This thing is pretty slick. All right, we'll be back. Let's get the rockers off and I'll come back. Okay, I know it's boring, but we went ahead and got an Allen wrench, this was 5/16, and we got these all broken free. Start taking them apart. And we have a container to put them all in. Can we slide this down? All right. There, no, that felt there now. There you go. I just do the nuts for now. All right, so this is 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oh, and I did try a rag, and that rust started wiping out. So I'm gonna do these one by one. Here, you want to take the camera? So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to pull these off, and I'm going to take a look at the wheel to make sure the wheel doesn't have any flat spot or anything wrong with it, and it feels good. It's rolling. These are rolling, connected. The push rods, that look all good. So we're just going to go through all the rocker arms to make sure that everything looks okay. Good. I don't think this stuff has very many miles on it. You know, he couldn't tell me how long the motor had been in here, but I know he bought it with the 289 in it, and then we're still trying to see if he's got the 289 block. But he hasn't been able to come up with it yet. He said he had it at work, but he has a feeling that it might have gotten thrown away, which is really bad because I could have used that 289 block in the Mustang. Yeah, be sure you go and check the other playlist I have. It's the 1965 Mustang Mustang. There is a bunch of videos on rebuilding that car, which we really haven't gotten done with, but we're to a point where we can start working on this. So now I'm gonna start looking at the tops of the valves to make sure that none of the top heads of the valves are mushroomed. And man, he did use good stuff. It's got competition cam, guide plates for the push rods. All that stuff is very nice. He spent some good money on this. So now what we do to get the valves out, we're gonna take and be sure we put the valves back in the same place. So for right now, this is the worst valve, which is the intake on this side. So I want to take that one out. So this tool, basically how it works is you lay this here and you hit the top of the valve with a hammer. It's magnetic in here and it will pull the keepers out. So the problem with it is, as you can see on this cylinder head, that you have to put a rag up in there and lay it flat. So we are going to take the head and a rag, because I don't have the other style. All right, let's go over here. So I'm going to take that rag and I'm going to lay it in the cylinder like so. All right. Well, I know. All I have is a claw hammer. That's good enough. And you want to take and you want to tap on this retainer here to make sure that it's loose. So now you just take this piece here and you put it on there and you hold it tight and you give it a good smack. And you know something, this might not work because this thing's got some really, really tight valve springs. So we might have to go ahead and buy the tool that does these. Yeah, I don't even think I'm pushing. I don't think I'm even getting the valve spring compressed on this. So, oh man, I don't know what to do. I have another type of spring compressor, but I don't know if it's will work on this one or not. All right, well, let's try this valve. This is the exhaust valve. Let's see the exhaust valve. That time I felt it kind of bounce. I got one keeper, see? There's one keeper. And then you just hit it again, and hopefully we'll get the other keeper out. Now the keeper's stuck in there. Come on, baby, come on out. All right, there we got the other keeper. What's wrong? My hammer broke. Look at that. Look at that. My hammer broke. And I think if I had a better hammer, it'd be better. So anyway, so here are the valve springs, and those are the retainers, and that's the top of the retainer right there for the exhaust valve. It's got a shim. It also has a shim.
Oh, look that good.
No, I think they look okay. Now, part of the problem is I don't have one of those things to slide over top of this to try to save the keeper, not the keeper, the seal, the valve guide seal. This is the valve guide seal. So actually, maybe since this hammer broke, maybe I can get that up underneath there and get that popped up a little bit.
A little bit.
It's coming. Oops, sorry. You okay?
Yeah.
Camera okay? Now let me go get a screw. Oh, do they actually? Oh, do these? No, they don't screw on. They just pop off. So now I'm worried about pulling this off and damaging the seal. Man, do we have a straw? Do we have a straw? I was thinking about just taking and let's see. I think I'm just going to go ahead and run a line of black tape around this valve just like that to help protect these valve guide seals, because I don't know if I can buy them. I don't know. It seems like these are pro comp heads, and I can't find a place that has them, that even sells these heads anymore.
Speedmaster.
Speedmaster. That's not even working. That's not even working. The tape is too thick. Oh, there's the edge. Oh, let me cut this down some. Let's try that. Maybe, is that good enough? There we go. So here's a valve guide seal. It just pushes on. There is a number on here, but I'm not going to be able to read this number.
China?
No, it doesn't say China. I have no idea what the valve guide seal says. Okay, so there's the valve guide seal. And then this thing actually has it's either a shim, that's a shim, this is a retainer so the valve spring doesn't beat up the aluminum head. All right, so now we got that all apart. So let's flip her up, and at least we can get the oh, we got to pull that off. We can get a look at the exhaust valve, see how it looks. Okay, so valve guide has, you know, a little bit of play, but it doesn't feel bad. Okay, now see that part of the valve is boogered up and does not want to come out. All right, here, just go ahead. Here, let go. Flip it down. Let's take a look. Yeah, the valve doesn't look bad. I wonder if my tool just boogered up the end of that valve because these springs are so tight. Because I can't get that valve through the valve guide. Let me pop this back around. You'll take a little bit of emery cloth and go around that edge. All right, let's flip it back up and see if that was enough. There we go. And there's the exhaust valve. And you know, it's that edge right there where the valve touches the seat. Looks like it's been contacting really, really good.
Needs a good cleaning.
You know, it could use a cleaning, but you know, go ahead and get that back in there. All right, that's back in there. Let's flip this back around. Let's put the shim and that piece back in there. And then, can you see what it says on here?
No.
It's got a couple numbers on there, but I don't know what it says. So then the valve guide just slides back on and then gets pushed down on top of that. And the valve spring goes back on there. And here are the two keepers. Now, to put this thing back together, man, yeah, see, these springs are really, really tall. I don't think I'm going to be able to use my tool. The tool has another piece to it to put everything back together. But this spring is so tall that I don't think I'm going to be able to use the tool, because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to just lay these in here when the like that, and then this tool here You're supposed to smack it with a hammer again, smack it with a hammer, and it's supposed to put the keepers back in. But I'm almost scared to do that because I don't want to mess anything up, because usually it sits like that, and then you can use the tool and it pushes this down and pushes the keepers back in to lock in. But this one does not seem like it's going to do it because the valve springs are too strong. So I think maybe the best thing to do is we're gonna have to call and see if we have if somebody has one of the good old style C-clamp valve spring compressors, and we'll try to get it apart that way. I don't want to force anything and break anything and tear anything up.
I think this video's gone long enough.
Huh? This video?
Yeah.
Oh, well, how long is it going? 14 minutes right here, this one? No, it's okay. Yeah, and these do have single groove keepers, which is good. You do not want to use a multi-groove keeper on a high lift cam. All right, everybody, I would like to get this apart, but I'm scared I'm going to mess everything up, like that one keeper getting stuck in here. I don't know what we're going to do yet. We might just ship these off to the machine shop and have them do them. G Junior says yes, we should just ship them off to the machine shop. We have a friend over the machine shop. We should probably just ship these things over to the machine shop and have him clean them up, take them apart, check everything, and put it back together. So I guess we're going to leave this video here. I really would like to get that that intake valve out. If I can get the intake valve out, I'll see if I have a different tool. If I can get the intake valve out, I will come back. But if not, this is the end of this video, because this video has gotten too long. So if you like the new Mad Mustang video, please like and subscribe. You can do that always down in that corner, and we will catch you on the next one. And be sure to go check out the 1965 Mustang Rustang. There's a bunch of videos in the playlist, and it gets real good during about the middle. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. We'll talk to you on the next one.